There comes a moment, often quiet, almost unnoticeable, when your legs begin to betray you. It might start with something as small as missing a step, struggling to lift a grocery bag, or that strange weakness when you try to get up from your favorite chair. It doesn't shout. It whispers. But over time, the whispers grow louder. You begin to notice your legs tire faster than they used to. That steady walk around the block now leaves you breathless. And the strength you once had, not just in your legs, but in your hands, your back, your grip, feels like it's quietly slipping away. And if you're over 60, let me be honest, you are not imagining things. You're not just getting old. What you're experiencing has a name. It's called sarcopenia, a gradual, invisible loss of muscle mass that affects nearly every older adult, often without warning. But here's the part no one tells you: it doesn't start in the gym. It starts in your cells. And here's the hopeful truth: even if you can't lift weights or go for long walks, your body is still capable of rebuilding muscle if you give it the right tools. In today's video, I'll share with you one of the most powerful, science-backed nutrients that helps older adults regrow muscle tissue, even while resting. It's completely natural, affordable, and used in hospitals to preserve strength in patients who can't move. And at the end of this video, I'll show you exactly how to pair it with a simple food to double its impact. So what is this muscle-saving miracle? It's called HMB, short for beta-hydroxy-beta-methylbutyrate. But this isn't some synthetic compound from a lab. Your body already knows it. It's a natural substance made from the amino acid leucine, found in protein-rich foods like eggs, dairy, and chicken. The problem? As we age, the body becomes less efficient at converting leucine into HMB. That conversion slows dramatically after age 50, and by the time you reach your 60s and beyond, your muscles are no longer getting the support they once did. Even worse, the muscles themselves become resistant to the HMB your body manages to produce. It's a double-edged sword. You need more support just as your body becomes less capable of generating it. And that's how it begins, not with a dramatic fall, but with a slow unraveling. One muscle fiber at a time. But you are not powerless. Stay with me, because the next few minutes could change the way you age, starting from the ground up, with your legs. And here's where it gets sobering, yet also incredibly hopeful. Because what makes this decline so dangerous is that it doesn't happen all at once. One day, you're walking upstairs with ease. The next, you're holding the railing just a little longer. Weeks later, you might find yourself hesitating before stepping off the curb. The muscles in your legs, once dependable and strong, begin to shrink. Not from lack of effort, but from an invisible process happening inside your body. This isn't laziness. It's biology. In fact, the lower body, your quads, your calves, the tiny stabilizers in your hips and ankles, is often the first place age-related muscle loss strikes. And when it does, everything changes. Your balance wavers. Your posture shifts. Simple tasks, getting dressed, walking to the mailbox, carrying groceries, start feeling like uphill battles. Now here's the shocking part that's rewriting how we think about aging and muscle health. Multiple clinical studies have confirmed that HMB, this little-known metabolite, can actually preserve and even rebuild muscle in older adults. And here's the best part: it works even if you can't exercise intensely. This is a game changer. For decades, the gold standard advice for fighting muscle loss has been heavy strength training. But what about those who can't do squats or lift weights due to joint pain, balance issues, or chronic illness? That's where HMB offers a metabolic solution. It works on multiple fronts. First, HMB puts the brakes on muscle breakdown. It inhibits the enzymes responsible for tearing down muscle proteins, something that accelerates rapidly with age. This anti-catabolic effect slows the downward spiral that so many seniors unknowingly fall into. At the same time, HMB activates the very same muscle-building pathway triggered by resistance training, the mTOR signaling cascade. In other words, even if you're not lifting heavy weights, HMB sends a biochemical message to your muscles. Stay strong. Keep building. And it doesn't stop there. Studies show that HMB also helps repair damaged muscle cell membranes and may even stimulate satellite cells, the dormant stem cells responsible for muscle repair, which become increasingly sluggish with age. In fact, some of the most promising research reveals that older adults taking HMB gain measurable strength even during bed rest, surgical recovery, or inactivity. One landmark study in the Journal of Gerontology found that seniors on HMB supplements maintained muscle mass after 10 days of bed rest, while those taking a placebo lost significant muscle. In another clinical trial, nursing home residents who took HMB for 12 weeks saw a 13.7% increase in grip strength and a 17.8% improvement in leg power, changes that directly impacted their ability to live independently. Let that sink in. Because in the elderly, muscle loss during inactivity is not only faster, it's often irreversible. In just 1 week of bed rest, a senior can lose 5 to 10% of their muscle mass, damage that can take months to undo, if at all. HMB appears to offer a metabolic shield against this rapid breakdown, helping preserve the precious muscle you still have, especially when you're not able to be active. Now, to be clear, HMB isn't a magic pill. It works best when combined with two essential things. Adequate protein intake, which provides the raw materials for muscle repair. Gentle movement, even walking or light resistance bands, to stimulate blood flow and neural activation. But for the 1 in 3 adults over 60, and nearly half of those over 80, who are facing sarcopenia head-on, HMB may be one of the most powerful tools available to hold the line against physical decline. The clinical dose used in most studies ranges from 1.5 to 3 grams per day, usually split into 2 to 3 servings to keep levels steady. This helps ensure your muscles remain in a protected state throughout the day. Of course, always talk to your doctor before starting any supplement, especially if you have kidney issues or are on medication. But if you're looking for a science-backed way to stay strong, steady, and self-reliant without needing to set foot in a gym, then HMB may just be your secret weapon. Because this isn't about building beach muscles. It's about building functional strength, the kind that lets you rise from a chair with ease, take confident steps on uneven ground, or carry a bag of groceries without needing help. Before we dive into the 7 most powerful foods that can boost your body's natural production of HMB, let me ask you something. If you found even one helpful insight so far, something that made you think or gave you hope for your health, then please take a moment to support this channel. Just one click to like, share with someone you care about, or subscribe so you never miss a future episode. Because this isn't just about information, it's about transformation. Every time you interact with this content, you help spread a message that aging can be strong, graceful, and filled with vitality. All right. Let's continue this journey together and explore 7 everyday foods that support your muscles, protect your independence, and work hand in hand with HMB to keep you standing tall, one meal at a time. So now the question becomes, how do you support this process every day, naturally, gently, and effectively? Let's turn to your kitchen. Because as it turns out, there are 7 everyday foods that work hand in hand with HMB, amplifying its effects, enhancing your body's ability to preserve and rebuild muscle, and protecting the very strength that keeps you moving. Each of these foods is rich in nutrients that either boost your body's natural HMB production or support its muscle-preserving pathways in other critical ways. When combined, they form a daily nutritional strategy that empowers your muscles from the inside out. Let's begin with a question most doctors forget to ask. What if your dinner could protect your legs while you sleep? Yes, your legs. The very foundation of your independence. And it starts with what's sitting quietly in your fridge, cottage cheese. This unassuming food, often overlooked, is one of the most powerful tools for preserving muscle in older adults, especially those battling sarcopenia. Why? Because it's packed with leucine, the essential amino acid that your body uses to make HMB. And leucine isn't just any nutrient. It's the starting point for muscle regeneration. Here's how it works. Once inside your body, leucine is converted into HMB, which goes to work at the cellular level, blocking muscle breakdown and encouraging new muscle to grow. It's like sending a quiet army into your legs at night, repairing and reinforcing the tissues that keep you balanced, upright, and mobile. For seniors struggling with weak legs, tight joints, or poor mobility, this matters. Because here's the truth, while exercise is important, it's often not enough. If your body isn't receiving the right fuel to protect muscle, especially during sleep, when breakdown accelerates, your legs slowly lose strength without you even noticing. That's why cottage cheese is special. Not only does it offer high-quality protein that gets to work immediately, it also delivers a natural supply of leucine that quietly builds up your HMB reserves. And when paired with a small bedtime serving, about half a cup, it becomes your nightly defense system. Tip: add a sprinkle of berries and a handful of nuts for extra antioxidants and anti-inflammatory support. Prefer savory? Blend it with fresh herbs, olive oil, and a touch of garlic for a creamy dip with a purpose, functional, flavorful, and deeply nourishing. Now let's move to the second champion in your muscle preservation toolkit. Greek yogurt, rich, creamy, and scientifically potent. Unlike regular yogurt, Greek yogurt is strained to remove excess whey, leaving behind a thick, protein-dense food with nearly triple the protein content. That's important because more protein means more leucine, which means more potential HMB. But what makes Greek yogurt particularly valuable is the timing of its protein release. It contains a blend of fast and slow-digesting proteins, offering a steady stream of leucine throughout digestion. This extended window gives your body more time to convert it into HMB and use it where it matters most, your muscles. And for older adults, that's a big deal. You see, as we age, our bodies become less sensitive to the muscle-building signals triggered by protein. This is known as anabolic resistance. But research shows that larger, sustained doses of high-leucine protein, like those found in Greek yogurt, can help overcome that resistance, giving your muscles a better chance at recovery and growth. Now, you don't have to eat it plain. Greek yogurt is endlessly versatile, a stealthy replacement for sour cream in baked potatoes, tacos, or salad dressings. Blend it into smoothies with fruits and leafy greens for a breakfast that not only satisfies, but rebuilds. Or create a protein parfait layered with yogurt, seeds, fruit, and a touch of cinnamon, an ideal morning ritual for muscle maintenance. Want to maximize its muscle-saving effects? Choose full-fat Greek yogurt. The fat content helps your body absorb key fat-soluble nutrients like vitamin D, which plays a crucial role in muscle strength and recovery. And the probiotics? They support your gut, an underrated hero in muscle preservation by improving nutrient absorption and reducing inflammation. In short, when combined with HMB supplementation, these two foods, cottage cheese and Greek yogurt, form the nutritional backbone of a powerful daily strategy to defend your leg strength. They're simple, familiar, but when used with intention, they become tools of transformation. And remember, what protects your muscles, protects your mobility. And what protects your mobility, protects your freedom. Food number 3, eggs, nature's perfect muscle fuel. Eggs are one of nature's most compact, efficient packages of nutrition, especially when it comes to muscle preservation. Each egg delivers a complete, high-quality protein profile, rich in leucine, the very amino acid your body converts into HMB, your muscle's biochemical shield. But what truly sets eggs apart is their bioavailability, the body's ability to absorb and utilize nearly every bit of their nutritional content. And for older adults, whose digestion and absorption naturally slow down, this is critical. When you eat eggs, you're not just getting protein. You're giving your muscles the precise building blocks they need to stay strong and stay yours. Inside your body, the leucine in eggs is transformed into HMB, which goes on to block muscle breakdown while stimulating the growth of new fibers. This is crucial, especially after age 60, when both muscle loss and resistance to rebuilding begin to accelerate. And here's the beauty, eggs work on both sides of the muscle maintenance equation. They slow the breakdown and speed up the rebuilding, two effects working in perfect tandem. From a practical standpoint, eggs are one of the easiest ways to integrate muscle-preserving nutrition into your daily life. Scrambled, poached, soft-boiled, or made into a veggie-packed omelet, 2 to 3 eggs in the morning provide your body with a sustained, high-leucine start to the day. At lunch, a sliced boiled egg on a salad delivers a midday boost of protein to keep your legs steady and your posture upright. In the evening, a frittata with greens and herbs makes for a quick, balanced dinner, fueling your muscles as they recover overnight. And here's something most people don't know: the yolk is where the magic lives. It contains vitamin D, B-complex nutrients, and essential fats that enhance the way HMB works inside your cells. So don't skip the yolk, it's not the enemy. It's the engine. Worried about cholesterol? Modern research has clearly shown that egg consumption does not negatively affect heart health for the majority of older adults. That makes eggs not just safe, but ideal for a muscle-conscious lifestyle. Food number 4, salmon, the dual defense for aging muscles. Salmon is more than a delicious fish, it's a precision tool for preserving muscle as we age. This powerhouse of a food brings 2 rare qualities to the table. 1. A high concentration of leucine, the HMB precursor. 2. A potent dose of omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation and enhance muscle recovery. Together, they create a biochemical environment where muscles don't just survive, they thrive. When you eat salmon, the leucine gets metabolized into HMB, which immediately goes to work slowing down the muscle breakdown process. But that's only half the story. The omega-3s go a step further, reducing chronic inflammation that accelerates sarcopenia, the age-related muscle loss affecting 1 in 3 people over 60. Inflammation is a hidden thief. It robs your legs of strength, often without pain or warning. But salmon helps shut that process down. Studies show that seniors with higher omega-3 intake experience slower muscle degradation, better joint mobility, and even improved muscle protein synthesis, especially when combined with leucine-rich foods or HMB supplements. So how do you make salmon a habit, not a hassle? Grill it with olive oil, lemon, and fresh dill for a clean dinner rich in HMB precursors. Add canned salmon to lunchtime salads for convenience with zero prep. Mix it into patties with egg and herbs for a budget-friendly way to include premium protein in your diet. Aim for 2 to 3 servings per week, about 4 to 6 ounces per portion. And for maximum impact, pair your salmon with antioxidant-rich vegetables like bell peppers, spinach, or broccoli. These create a synergistic effect, reducing inflammation, supporting nutrient absorption, and amplifying muscle defense. One more secret: salmon is one of the few natural food sources of vitamin D, a key player in muscle contraction and nerve signaling. Even if your muscle mass is intact, without enough vitamin D, your legs can still feel weak or unresponsive. With salmon, you're not just feeding your body. You're fortifying your foundation. Food number 5, beef. As we grow older, our appetite often fades before our needs do. Meals become smaller. Tastes shift. But our muscles? They still require support. That's where beef comes in. Among all protein sources, beef stands out as one of the most concentrated sources of leucine, the very amino acid your body converts into HMB. And because HMB acts like a cellular shield, protecting muscle from breakdown, beef becomes a highly efficient way to deliver that support, especially when appetite is limited. But beef doesn't stop at protein. What makes it truly unique is its nutrient density. In addition to a complete amino acid profile, beef naturally provides creatine for muscle energy, carnitine for fat metabolism, zinc for tissue repair, and iron, which ensures oxygen actually reaches your muscle fibers. All of these nutrients work in harmony with HMB, creating a biological environment where muscle isn't just preserved, it's activated. For older adults struggling with fatigue, slow recovery, or even mild anemia, this synergy is no small thing. Especially when you consider that iron deficiency, common in aging, can impair muscle function simply by reducing oxygen delivery to tissue. So how do you eat beef smartly? Start with lean cuts like sirloin, tenderloin, or 93% lean ground beef, and aim for 3 to 4 ounces, 2 to 3 times per week. That's all it takes to stimulate meaningful HMB production without overloading on saturated fat. Keep preparation simple, nutrient-conscious, and flavorful. Stir-fry thin beef slices with bright vegetables and fresh ginger, a spice known for its anti-inflammatory support. Slow-cook beef stew with beans and carrots for a hearty, HMB-rich meal that delivers warmth and long-lasting energy. Roast once, use many ways: thin slices in sandwiches, chopped beef in salads, or sautéed leftovers with eggs and greens for a protein-packed breakfast. For seniors on a tight budget, this cook once, eat 3 times method is not just practical, it's empowering. It allows consistent intake of HMB precursors, even on days when cooking feels like too much. With beef, you're not eating for bulk. You're eating for resilience, bite by bite. Food number 6, whey protein. When it comes to speed, nothing delivers leucine faster than whey protein. This golden powder, extracted during the cheese-making process, is one of the richest sources of leucine on Earth. In fact, 14% of its amino acid profile is pure leucine, which means 1 scoop delivers exactly what your muscles need to make HMB, and make it fast. Here's what makes whey protein especially valuable for older adults. It's light, easy to consume, and rapidly absorbed. In as little as 30 minutes, it can spike HMB levels right when your muscles are most responsive, whether you've just finished a walk, some gardening, or light stretching. That rapid spike provides what scientists call an anti-catabolic shield, a wave of protection that blocks the enzymatic pathways responsible for muscle breakdown. And unlike whole foods, whey requires minimal digestion, which is ideal for those with reduced gut efficiency or appetite challenges. But the true power of whey lies in its versatility. Add 1 scoop, about 25 grams, to 8 ounces of milk or plant-based milk, and you have an instant muscle-supporting drink packed with 3 grams of leucine, the ideal dose to stimulate muscle protein synthesis and HMB production. You can elevate it further. Blend with frozen berries, flaxseed, and spinach for a complete breakfast smoothie. Stir into hot oatmeal to transform it into a protein-rich comfort bowl. Mix into pancake batter, soups, or even mashed potatoes using unflavored whey for a savory twist. Don't like shakes? No problem. Try stirring whey into Greek yogurt for a high-protein parfait that keeps you energized through the morning. And for best results? Time it right. Drink your whey protein within 30 minutes of light physical activity, even a walk around the block or gentle housework. This is the post-exercise window, when muscles are primed to absorb nutrients and rebuild stronger. Think of whey as your daily reinforcement crew, rushing in, filling gaps, and leaving behind layers of support that add up day after day. Because at this stage of life, the goal isn't to be bigger. It's to stay capable, steady, independent. And whey helps you do exactly that. Food number 7, quinoa. Among all the grains and seeds in your pantry, quinoa holds a secret most don't realize. It's one of the rare plant-based foods that contain all 9 essential amino acids, including a meaningful dose of leucine, your body's natural raw material for HMB production. That's why quinoa is more than just a side dish. It's a strategic ally in your fight against age-related muscle loss. But quinoa doesn't stop at protein. It also delivers magnesium, potassium, and phosphorus, 3 minerals essential for proper muscle contraction and cellular recovery. And for older adults, whose levels of these nutrients often decline with age, quinoa becomes more than a food. It becomes a shield. This dual action, fueling HMB production and supporting neuromuscular function, makes quinoa one of the smartest carbohydrate choices you can make after 60. But here's what makes it truly valuable. It's easy to prepare, gentle on digestion, and endlessly versatile. Cook a batch at the beginning of the week and store it for multiple meals. For breakfast, warm it with milk or plant-based milk, add berries, a drizzle of honey, and a sprinkle of seeds, a nourishing bowl that fuels muscle protection while fighting inflammation. At lunch, build a quinoa power bowl with eggs, grilled salmon or chicken, and colorful vegetables, blending multiple protein sources to boost your body's ability to produce HMB. For dinner, swap out rice with quinoa in stir-fries, stuffed peppers, or stews. It adds texture, variety, and sustained muscle support all in one serving. If you're gluten sensitive, quinoa offers yet another gift. It's naturally gluten-free, anti-inflammatory, and kind to the digestive tract. And the fiber it provides supports gut health, which new research shows is deeply linked to muscle preservation through better nutrient absorption and immune balance. In short, quinoa may be small, but its impact is massive, especially for aging legs. The final word, a new path to lifelong strength. The journey to stronger muscles and a steadier body doesn't begin in a gym. It begins in your kitchen, with simple, intentional choices made each day. When you combine HMB with the 7 foods we've explored today, you're not just resisting sarcopenia, you're reclaiming something far more personal. Your independence. Your energy. Your confidence. You're giving your legs the strength to walk freely. Your hands the grip to hold on tightly. And your heart the courage to keep doing the things you love, without fear of falling behind. That's what makes this approach so revolutionary. It's practical, affordable, and works with your body, not against it. No gym membership required. No complicated schedule. No need to move like you're 20 again. Just smart nutrition, a bit of light movement, and consistency. Start small. Add a scoop of whey protein after your morning stretch. Enjoy a few spoonfuls of cottage cheese before bed. Swap white rice for quinoa. Choose eggs more often. Mix in Greek yogurt, salmon, lean beef. Bit by bit, your meals become your medicine. And your strength? It begins to return, not as something dramatic, but as something steady. Because the truth is this: it's never too late to rebuild. Whether you're 65 or 85, your body can respond. With the right nutrients and small daily effort, your muscles can stabilize. Your balance can improve. And your future can become something far more vibrant than fragile. HMB and these foods don't just help you move. They help you live on your terms. So start today. Your muscles, your freedom, your life are worth every bite.